Hi, I'm Flathead Associate News Editor Ariel Cohen here with Stacy Lewis for That Girl. Hey, Stacy.
Hi.
So, what have you been up to recently?
Well, this is the start of the spring semester, so for me, as part of the Filipino-American Student Association, we've been working on our culture night, which we have every year, and it's basically 2 to 3 weeks of rehearsing 9 to 12, dancing, acting, choreographing. It's basically consumed my life.
So, what have you guys been working on producing?
Well, this year we're working on a story with 4 friends who decide to go to the Philippines for winter break and end up having an adventure they didn't expect. Things go wrong, but it all works out in the end, of course. We don't do tragedies. So I've been choreographing the senior dance, this elaborate traditional dance called the Sinulog, singing, acting. I'm behind in all my work.
Oh, don't worry about it. So, how long have you been involved in this organization?
Well, I joined spring of my freshman year. Tried finding them at the fall student activities booth and couldn't, but made friends with one Giselle Spar who told me when the meetings were, and I joined just in time to be in culture night, and I'd never danced before, never done anything choreographed before until I participated that year, and it kind of just sucked me in.
Yeah. That's great. So what other things have you gotten involved with during your time at the college?
Well, I also play rugby here for the women's team, of course, which has been absolutely amazing. My sophomore year was the first time we went to the state championship, and we actually got first place this year as well, so that's really exciting. I'm looking forward to Marfu, the regionals game that's coming up. We're playing Temple in a couple weeks.
Wow. So I feel like women's rugby isn't that common of a sport here at William & Mary. Do you have any funny experiences or interesting memories from your time playing rugby?
I think every game is interesting. Weird stuff just happens. People grab you in awkward places, but a lot of interesting bruises. When the weather gets warm out and I walk around with a skirt and a shirt, I usually have my legs black and blue, and professors asking me, "What happened?" And I say, "Oh, it's nothing." They're like, "Are you okay?" "Yeah, I just play rugby." "Oh, then you're fine. You signed up for that." And I'm like, "Yeah, I'll be okay."
Well, that's nice. So reflecting on your 4 years at the college, what would you say some of the best decisions you've made here are? Like things you've gotten involved in, things you've done. What would be your advice to freshmen and underclassmen?
I think the biggest mistake I see people making is trying to get too involved. Joining like 12 different organizations and getting in over their heads. And one of the decisions that I made that I think was really effective was, narrowing it down, like dedicating my time to 2. So, Filipino-American Student Association, I was the Culture Night co-chair for 2 years. So the Culture Night I spoke about earlier, I would help write the play, direct, choreograph, etc. And now I'm president of the organization. So there's all that leadership experience that I was able to do because I dedicated my time. And for the women's rugby, it's the same thing. I was universal selector, and I was also captain last semester. And really falling in love with those 2 things, getting my aggression out in rugby and bossing people around. You make a lot of friends. And you learn how to effectively direct people and lead people and work with them and take leadership too and learn how to follow.
That's so great. Well, you have your culture night on Friday, is that right?
Yes, February 10th, 6 o'clock.
So what could people have to look forward to at this event?
A lot of funny moments, a lot of awkward pauses that are staged, a lot of dancing. Our choreographers have been working so hard putting together amazing dances that I think everyone will really love. There's a bit of karaoke. Filipinos love karaoke, so we had to include that. And it's also a time for seniors to kind of hand over the torch and say goodbye. So it's our last moment to shine.
Well, that's great. Well, I'm sure you'll do wonderful. Thank you so much, Stacy. It was great talking to you. And if you have anybody you'd like to see on That Guy, contact Flat Hat Online.